The internet has been buzzing with drama, and this time the spotlight is on Claressa Shields, the undefeated champion who built her reputation on strength, discipline, and dominance inside the boxing ring. For years, fans have admired her determination and confidence. But recently, her name has been pulled into a storm of rumors, accusations, and emotional reactions that have taken over social media. What started as quiet whispers about her personal life quickly turned into one of the most talked about celebrity controversies of the moment. At the center of the situation is her rumored relationship with rapper Papoose, and now a second man who claims he was secretly involved with her as well. The story has spread so quickly that fans everywhere are trying to piece together what actually happened. Everything seemed normal at first. Claressa continued posting about training, upcoming fights, and everyday moments. But people who follow her closely began noticing small details that didn't quite add up. Some of her social media posts contain mysterious quotes about trust, betrayal, and hidden emotions. At first, many fans assumed she was simply sharing motivational thoughts or reacting to stress from her demanding career. After all, professional athletes often deal with pressure, and it is common for them to post emotional messages when preparing for major competitions. But as the days went by, the posts became more cryptic, and people started wondering if there was something deeper happening behind the scenes. Around the same time, rumors began circulating that her relationship with Papoose was not as strong as it once appeared. According to people who claim to be close to the situation, the two had been dealing with tension for months. Their schedules were busy and often kept them in different places. Claressa was focused on her intense training camps and boxing responsibilities, while Papoose was traveling frequently for music and business. Friends reportedly noticed that they were spending less time together and avoiding public appearances as a couple. Some insiders described the atmosphere as strained, though nothing had been confirmed publicly. Then the story took an unexpected turn. A man who had never been mentioned before suddenly appeared online claiming that he had been romantically involved with Claressa. At first, many people dismissed his statements as attention-seeking. Social media often produces false stories, and fans are used to seeing random individuals try to attach themselves to celebrities. However, this situation became harder to ignore when the man began hinting that he had evidence to support his claims. He suggested that he and Claressa had been communicating privately for a long time, and that their connection went far beyond casual friendship. The internet reacted immediately. Some people rushed to defend Claressa, saying that she had every right to live her personal life without strangers interfering. Others were shocked and felt that if the claims were true, it would mean Papoose had been betrayed. The debate quickly spread across different platforms. Comment sections filled with arguments, memes, and long threads where fans tried to analyze every detail. Hashtags related to the drama began trending, and it seemed like everyone had an opinion about what might be happening. As the discussion grew louder, the mysterious man continued adding fuel to the fire. He allegedly released screenshots of messages that appeared to show conversations between him and Claressa. Some of the texts sounded affectionate and suggested that the two shared a deeper emotional bond. One message reportedly expressed how much he missed her even when other people were around. Another hinted that they had met privately on several occasions. None of the material had been officially verified, but the internet rarely waits for confirmation before reacting. Meanwhile, Papoose stayed mostly silent in public. He did not immediately respond to the accusations or the circulating screenshots. However, people close to him reportedly said he was extremely upset behind the scenes. According to these sources, he felt confused and hurt by what he was hearing. They claimed he wanted honest answers but was struggling to understand what had truly happened. Rumors even suggested that there were late-night arguments and emotional conversations between the couple as they tried to deal with the situation. Friends described the atmosphere around them as tense and emotional. Some said the discussions became heated, with both sides expressing frustration and heartbreak. When relationships fall apart in private, it is already painful. When the entire internet is watching and commenting, the pressure becomes far worse. Every message, every rumor, and every piece of alleged evidence added another layer of stress. While all of this unfolded, fans began investigating Claressa's social media accounts like detectives. They reviewed old posts, comments, and photos, searching for clues that might support or disprove the allegations. People noticed which posts she liked, who she followed, and even which quotes she shared. Something as simple as a motivational sentence suddenly became the subject of long debates. Some believed the posts hinted at regret. Others believed they were simply misunderstood. The boxing world also started paying attention. Claressa is one of the most successful female fighters in the sport, and her career has been built on focus and discipline. Trainers, analysts, and commentators quietly wondered whether such intense personal drama could distract her from upcoming fights. In professional sports, mental clarity is extremely important. When athletes are dealing with emotional turmoil, it can sometimes affect their performance. Still, many supporters insisted that Claressa had overcome challenges before and was strong enough to push through this one as well. As the story continued spreading, another shocking claim appeared. The second man suggested that he had more proof, including recordings of private conversations. He hinted that these recordings showed Claressa expressing feelings for him while still being connected to Papoose. Whether these recordings truly existed remained unclear, but the mere suggestion was enough to send the internet into another wave of speculation. Fans debated the possible timeline of events and tried to figure out when the alleged relationship might have started. Family members were reportedly pulled into the drama as well. According to some insiders, relatives of Papoose wanted answers and confronted Claressa about the rumors. These conversations were said to be emotional and chaotic. Different people had different opinions about what had happened, and everyone seemed to be speaking at once. Some defended Claressa, arguing that her private life was being unfairly judged. Others believed the situation deserved a clear explanation. At the same time, people close to Claressa described her as conflicted. They said she appeared heartbroken by the chaos but also frustrated by how quickly the public had turned against her. From her perspective, the story had grown far larger than the reality of the situation. She reportedly felt that certain details were exaggerated or taken out of context. Living under the spotlight can make every misunderstanding appear dramatic, and sometimes the truth becomes difficult to separate from speculation. Despite the confusion, the internet remained fascinated. Videos discussing the scandal began appearing everywhere. Some creators analyzed the alleged messages, while others simply shared opinions about who might be right or wrong. The situation started to feel less like a normal celebrity rumor, and more like a reality show unfolding in real time. Then came another twist. A rumor started circulating that Papoose might not have been completely innocent either. A mutual friend allegedly suggested that he had been distant for months and might have been keeping secrets of his own. This claim did not include clear evidence, but it changed the tone of the conversation. Suddenly, the story was no longer about one person betraying another. Instead, it became a complicated narrative about communication problems, misunderstandings, and emotional distance. Fans were divided more than ever. Some believed Claressa deserved criticism if the accusations were true. Others argued that relationships are complicated and outsiders rarely know the full story. Many people pointed out that private conflicts should not become global entertainment. Yet the nature of modern social media makes that almost impossible when famous individuals are involved. Throughout the chaos, Claressa continued sharing occasional posts that sounded thoughtful and reflective. Some messages suggested she was thinking deeply about life and personal growth. One quote mentioned how the hardest battles sometimes happen within a person's own heart. Another hinted that truth eventually surfaces no matter how deeply it is hidden. Fans immediately tried to interpret these words as clues about what she was feeling. Meanwhile, questions about her boxing future began appearing in discussions among promoters and sponsors. Companies that support athletes often pay attention to public image, and a large controversy can make them cautious. However, Claressa's achievements inside the ring remain undeniable. Many believe that if she continues performing at an elite level, the focus will eventually return to her talent rather than her personal life. As of now, the entire situation remains complicated and unresolved. There are still many unanswered questions. Did the alleged relationship with the second man really happen the way he described? Were the leaked messages genuine or misleading? Can Claressa and Papoose repair the trust that may have been damaged? Or will the controversy push them further apart? One thing is certain: the story captured the attention of millions of people around the world. What began as a few whispers online quickly grew into a dramatic public conversation about loyalty, privacy, and relationships in the age of social media. For Claressa Shields, a fighter who has spent her life battling opponents in the ring, this may be one of the most difficult challenges she has faced outside of it. Only time will reveal the full truth behind the rumors and accusations. Until then, fans will continue debating, analyzing, and waiting for the next update in a story that has already taken many unexpected turns. Whether the situation eventually fades away or leads to even more revelations, it has already shown how quickly personal matters can become worldwide headlines when fame and the internet collide.